So we have the assembly pulled out, and I'm just kind of doing a visual inspection to see if I can see any gears that are chipped or broken. I'm not seeing any. Now what I do see is well, here's one that might be, yeah, that one. Oh, that's okay. Not seeing any broken ones. I did take the washer off so we could pull this assembly. But here's one thing that I did see. It was not fully seated into place. So I think if we give that a little push, that should allow it to go back and forth now. I think it's what might be the cause is this is lifting up. So, doing a visual inspection, and I could feel that this needs to be cleaned and re-lubricated. Now, this particular gear I'm doing an inspection on, but I'm not seeing anything broken. But if that was not fully seated, then that would be the issue. Not only that, I'm gonna visually inspect this one, and I can see that this one is okay. So I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do a real table maintenance, meaning I'm gonna go ahead and pull these off, and we'll clean it, and then we'll put some oil on it, and we'll do the same for that idler assembly, and we'll see if that will improve. Now, remember I had this mechanism right here? This is a year newer. So this particular machine I think came out in either 87 or 1988 is when this model would have been made. Now this came out of a Sony SL 600, and it's a little bit newer, and you can see there's just a little bit of a difference. You notice that this idler is smaller, and it's just a little tad different. If I wanted to, I could just go ahead and take this whole assembly and drop it into place. You know, if doing a maintenance on the real table motors don't fix the problem, then yes, we can just go ahead and swap them out. But due to the fact that this is just a little bit newer, I'm not sure if the hardware. Okay, so what I did was took the gear apart, cleaned it, oiled it, put it back together, and tested it out, and only to have the same issue. So the next thing that I could look at is this take-up reel. It might be that that it needs to be taken off, cleaned, and lubricated. But before I do that, I thought, you know what, it would be just easier is to replace this with a new piece. Now this is very similar to it. It's almost the same, except for the gears, you know, are just a tad different. But they're the same mechanism. Now, I took the switch off of this one to put on the new one. So let's swap it out, and we'll power it up, and we'll boot it up, and we'll see if we have success. Now we should. Now I'm not 100% sure what's going on with this particular mechanism as of right now. I need to do some troubleshooting and take these gears apart, clean them, re-lube them, and see if that does the trick. Because I'm also thinking this gear down here by my finger, so this particular gear right here, I think is failing because it can move back and forth. If it's moving back and forth, that's what's causing our issue. So I'm pretty sure that this gear right here is the one that's got issue, but we're not going to worry about it right now, because right now I'm going to go ahead and we'll insert this new piece. So let's go ahead and I'm going to slide it in. Just like that. Very simple, very easy. We'll put the screws in. We'll put the bottom cover back on, and oh yes, first things first. Gotta put that tooth belt back on, because if you don't do that, you're not gonna have any working. It's not gonna work unless I put that belt on there. Okay, there we go. Snap that on there in place. We'll put the screws in, and we'll take it and put it back together. We'll flip it over, and we'll do a final review, and we'll see if this works. It should work. The parts are the same except for the idler assembly. The gears are just a tad different, but due to the fact that this piece came from a machine that was only 1 year newer, it should work. So let's get to it. Okay, so as you can see, the new mechanism was installed. The table motor mechanism, I just replaced it. Now there is a problem with this, and I'll show you what it is in a little bit. The camera was not picking it up, and I didn't even see the broken tooth until I looked at it real close. But there's a tooth that was cracked, and it was kind of sheared off on the bottom, and I'll show you that later. But that was our issue. So we did figure out what the problem was, but let's see if we fixed this machine. So let's see if our repair was a success. What do you guys think? Do you guys believe in me? Let me know in the comments if you believe in my ability to get this baby up and going, huh? Alright, we got the screen going. Let's go ahead and put the cassette in. Okay. Seems to be fixed. And as you can see, there is no slapping of the tape. There's no tape slack. So this machine has been repaired successfully. And we'll look at the screen, and I got the sound off. I'm not going to show the whole picture because YouTube gets all pissed off if somebody uses just even 1 second of an image. I'll do that. That way you guys can still kind of see that it is working. And if I hit stop, the screen goes out. If I hit play, screen goes back. and the picture quality is superb. Very good picture quality for this particular Beta VCR. It's a very beautiful, wonderful piece of machinery, and it's almost as good as looking at a beautiful naked woman. But so let's go ahead and eject. And this particular model, if you hit the eject button, it'll go ahead and stop it, and then it will go into eject. So I would say, guys, that this is a success. So let me put the shielding, the cover back on. I want to do a little bit of tightening of the screws on the bottom, because I kind of left them loose because I thought I might have to go back in here, but I didn't. So I'm going to tighten everything down. I'm going to put the cover on, and we'll do a final result, and that'll be it on this repair. Oh yeah, I gotta show you guys the broken gear that was on this other one. I'm gonna show you that too, so stay tuned.